So we're live. I've been waiting for this for weeks now. We met at Carmel Dickinson's Business Boosted events, and we're going to get into this, but the reason why I invited you on is because I am fascinated with like simple, clear messaging. And when we first got speaking, I had a little look on your Instagram and stuff. It was, I help events organisers make more ticket sales. And that simple messaging is so clear, and that's what made me gravitate towards it. And it made me, with a marketing head on, think she knows what she's talking about, even before we even knew each other that well. Anyway, for anyone in my audience who might not be aware of who you are or what you do, who are you and what do you do?
Well, I'm Susan, and I run So Socially. So Socially, SO is Susan Ollerton, Socially. And I help event organisers and directors sell tickets to their events with meta ads, specifically just meta ads.
I love that. We're going to dive into all this. We had a brief conversation before this. I imagine selling tickets can be quite stressful for events organisers, but ultimately events are fun. Yeah. So it strikes me as quite a fun sort of niche to be in, right?
It is, and it's great looking at the content, and it's the event organisers are really fun people, really good people, my kind of people who I like to work with. But it is stressful because they have loads of outgoings, like everybody. Putting this event on, and it's costing hundreds of thousands of pounds, and the only way they're getting the revenue from it is ticket sales. So it's the most, it's what will keep them up at night. It's what will stress them out. I don't hear from anyone if we're selling tickets. The moment there's a dip, what's happening with the ads? You know what I mean? And so it can be quite stressful. Loads of fun, but yeah. And when it's going well, and when you crack what's happening with the ads, and you're selling tickets consistently for them, and they're making money, and it's driving revenue, it's great. Sometimes events don't sell tickets. It's getting to the bottom of that and why for them, so they know.
What usually is the issue when they don't sell tickets?
When they don't sell tickets, because, a couple of things really. They're either not tracking the data, content is crap, or no one wants to go to the event. Let's be honest here. You've got to look at, or, they've left it too late. Sometimes I get a call, like I had a call yesterday, my event's in 2 weeks. What do you charge? I'm like, I can't. It's more of a long-term process to sell tickets on ads. But I think they're the main issues. You need to have strategy. You need to plan it out. You need to have budget, content. There's lots of different ingredients.
It's the same with the clients we work with organic content. We're going to talk about this as well. I always think of like organic social, paid social, as ingredients in a cake rather than separate cakes themselves. Because paid ads are unbelievably effective for driving eyeballs to stuff. But when them eyeballs do get driven to that stuff, the likelihood is I'm going to click through and look at your profile. Yeah. And if the organic content is rubbish, in this case, events, why would someone want to go to the event if the organic content is rubbish and you're advertising it on a paid ad? Yeah. Essentially, it's a calculated gamble, but you're not stacking the odds in your favour by having one thing really strong in paid or vice versa. So if your organic's really strong but you're not doing any paid, then, and that's kind of like where we're at with our business at the moment, organic's really strong. Yeah. So I'm like, should we spend money on the ads versus I just need eyeballs, so I'm going to pay for it to get there, but my organic's crap. How do we find that balance, I suppose? Yeah, the question I've got is, like, how do we find that balance?
Normally, if you've got good organic social media, your ads will just boost it. Yeah. Don't boost it, though. Don't press boost. But, like, I don't, unless someone's doing really good socials, organic socials, I don't tend to take them on as a client because I need them to understand that they work together. And you are, if you've got a dormant social media account, your ads won't work because you are marked within the ads manager, within the ads dashboard. You're measured on, quality because it's the user experience. That's what Meta is all
Yeah.
about. If they go see your ad, click on the website, or then go through to your profile, and it's a rubbish experience, they'll just bounce off and you're just wasting your money. If you've got this really engaged, nurtured, organic social media page, whatever it be, Facebook, Instagram, and it's giving the user everything they need to know, additional to, because the ads are just we use the ads to convert, but they will go, and we manage that. We look at Instagram profile visits, how many people we drive into your Instagram profile, and then we look at how many new followers, and we just see what effect are these ads having, because it has a massive effect on the organic. If we're driving new people, they might not have converted yet on an ad and bought a ticket, but you might be getting hundreds of new followers following your account.
So you kind of like casting the net nice and wide.
Yeah. And
getting the attention and then nurturing it from there.
And then it might take them 3 months to convert. We'll never know, because tracking that actual person is very difficult.
Right, so it's really interesting you say this, and I find this fascinating. How do we quantify someone buying our stuff to a single moment in any sort of piece of content? So, for example, I could put out, let's say, one piece of content every day for 100 days, 100 pieces of content. At some point, that person has had the attention grabbed. We've nurtured them, and eventually they've bought something. I find that really hard to quantify to a spreadsheet or a P&L sheet or, an ads manager or whatever, because with paid, you can kind of put 100 quid in, get £1,000 out, happy days. I can see that. But when it's organic, it's like
it
could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be at what point did that person start considering us?
Yeah,
that's quite tough to correlate. Now, we do our best with our clients to say that, but it is a case now where everything is white noise until you become the ideal client. Mm-hmm. So, for example, I'm not going into any concerts anytime soon, but next year I might start looking at an event to go to just because I want to go to a concert, for example, or an event comes up. We might put on an event and I want to sell tickets, and all of a sudden I'm trying to target these people and they become the ideal client, but they're not really looking at that like right now. But because my organic's so strong now, in 3 months they might end up becoming more trusting and more.
It's about just building a community, and it sounds, I hate some of these words that people use, but a community in the sense of for your business.
Yeah.
So keeping your audience, maybe I should have used that word really, your demographic engaged with your content. It's consistency. You've got to keep them engaged, because you, as you say, you might do something in the future. Yeah. And if they're following you now and you're giving them content that they resonate with and is relevant, then you need to move from gathering them as followers on social media, converting them over to an email list. Then you can start to really 100%. Convert with ads.
So you do all that for your clients?
Yeah.
I love all that.
Yeah. And I don't think you'll ever know on organic social exactly how long it takes for someone, if you're putting content out, for them to see your content, and then how long does it take them to convert. Could take someone days.
Well, I've had people message me in my DMs and be like, I want to come and see it and come and see the concept moon. And then I didn't even know they followed me. I didn't even know they'd never commented or liked the post or anything like that. I've never interacted with them. Be like, oh yeah, I've been following you for like 6 months. And I'd be like, I didn't even know.
I know. And that's the thing, if you could tell how long it took someone to convert, but that's not always what you're looking for, is it? No. Not everyone who follows you is going to convert.
Yeah, I always say we work with businesses, brands, content creators. So if you're a business or a brand or create content, we can help you.
Yeah.
But with that said, people might not be interested in creating content at this point in time. But eventually, when they start the little side hustle, oh shit, I've got to make some content now.
What they need is it's that subliminal messaging, and it's the same with ads. But you can't do one without the other. Yeah. I've learned that with people, and sometimes I'll say, well, can't take one as a client unless we manage the social medias, or because it's crap. Yeah. And if for them, if you're investing $2,000 a month on ads, and then they flop onto your social media page and it's all out of date content, or the dates aren't right, it looks a mess, the videos of people aren't your target demographic, they're like content where you just buy it. Like
user-generated content.
no, like oh my god, you can just buy pictures of people. You can
Yeah.
say like an
Stock
AI
images.
stock images
Yeah.
and stock videos. No one will buy off that, and people will. They just want to be able to go onto you, and basically they also want to check that it's real, and that they're buying a ticket, or that the even if it was for a business, like you want to know that you're a real business.
What do you think of Canva?
Well, I can use it.
So, right, so I get ripped for this, and this is a very, very unpopular opinion, but I think Canva is not great for content creators or anyone who's trying to build a brand on social, in the sense that I get loads of clients that come to me, and the first thing I'll do is I'll have a look at the profiles and I'll look at what they've currently done, and it's all Canva graphics. So I always say, I fucking hate Canva. With that said, I don't hate Canva.
Yeah.
Canva's an amazing tool, and it's an unbelievable business, and it's unbelievable in terms of what it can do and the power that it's got. But what it's done is it's give people an excuse to hide behind these like graphics because they don't want to create videos, or they don't want to create like humanized content. So what you end up with is like a wall of social media, say on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, and it's literally just graphics.
Yeah.
With no pictures on. It's literally just writing. And I'm like, right, we've got to stop this now.
Yeah.
We've got to stop this Canva
Because
stuff.
it's easy. People love it. And I think when I got introduced to it, I have it for resizing stuff because people don't seem to think stuff on ads needs resizing.
I feel like the events, that's why people gravitate towards events, because it's so human. It's like we live in this digital world now, and this digital age where you can create any video, you can have any information at your fingertips with ChatGPT and Facebook and YouTube and all this stuff. Google it. Everything is literally at your fingertips on the computer we've got in our pockets.
Yeah.
So people are craving for this like human thing, and I feel like that's where events just people gravitate towards so much. And
they also, with events, I feel that the more organic looking the content, the better. I do ads for a festival, and they had this content. The guy who did the video in, and he used trending audio. The videos were brilliant the way he'd done them, but they also just felt really organic, like someone you would put on your page. Yeah. And then I look at the ads library. I don't know if you ever look at it. You look at your competitors. You can look at what ads they're putting out, and I look at events all the time, and some. They're just professional. They've only got the beautiful people in it. It's not what the event is about. It's not authentic. You know what I mean? And it has to be. And I found most of the time, really user-generated looking content works better than just this pristine, really directed content. Yeah. Just, people having fun, faces, crowds, friends, because that's what everyone associates with going to an event.
100%.
Or natural, fun, everyday people. Can I imagine myself there? What will be the experience when I get there? How can I tag someone in this? That's what we want. We want on the ads, we want all that social proof. We want hundreds of likes and shares and comments and tagging people on. Is this for us next year? Are we doing this? Have you got your ticket yet? That's what we want to see.
I feel like our sort of outlook on this is very similar, so I'm glad that's the case. I'm glad that's the case. That's really interesting. So you want to get people to share comments.
That's what we look for. That
basically engage in the ad itself.
Even like, because that's with social media as well, isn't it? Yeah. We put it on. Yeah, the emphasis isn't on followers anymore, is it? It's kind of moved to, even though it is, it's also you want people to engage, like, comment, share the content. With ads, it's the same. Like, if you look at the bottom of an ad, like the social proof, and you see 1,000 likes, 750 comments, and I scroll through and it's just people tagging people in, and comments, love this, want to go, let's go next. Yeah. That, because what happens on the algorithm is that Meta sees that people are engaging with this content, people like it, so it serves it more to the people. Yeah. Target demographic, and the price comes down, so advertising becomes less expensive, and you start seeing this surge, and that's just the algorithm just takes off itself.
If you are spending £2,000 a month, you might see 5x return on that, but the cost of that $2,000, you might start seeing 12 grand.
Yeah.
Pushing up.
We did like ads running after a festival, June to, when did we run it? October. June to October, and they've had their best year yet. I think they were seeing on Ads Manager, they were seeing like an 8 times return. But I think, and because that's, some people aren't tracked and not all data is true, but actually on their ticket sales, they were probably looking at a 20 times return.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
Do you know what I mean?
Where else are you going to get that? Where else are you going to get that?
You know, and it's not like that's just, obviously that's revenue, but that revenue's going into loads.
It's interesting what you say about that, because when I started doing this, taking this very seriously, Instagram was just kind of going from like Instagram TV to Reels. TikTok would come out.
Instagram TV.
I know that was mad back in the day, wasn't it? Because what Instagram do, and I figured this out over many years, and it's a good way to do it, I suppose. They take all the best features from all the other platforms and stick it together to make Instagram. So Reels is basically TikTok.
Yeah.
Stories is Snapchat. Instagram TV back in the day was YouTube.
Yeah.
And they realised that didn't work so much, so they went to Reels. But it's all because of TikTok.
Yeah.
So what TikTok done was, and I said this on another podcast the other day, ironically, TikTok basically said, we think that we can put a feed together that you're more interested in than what you can put together yourself.
Right.
So in that sense, the follower button got devalued. So if you choose to follow me, there's less chance of you seeing my content, in theory, than if you don't follow me.
Right, okay.
So you might be interested in some content stuff that I make, and you go, oh, that I could probably do something with that or whatever. I'm going to hit the follow button. Now you've followed me. Less followers are seeing my stuff now, and more stuff that's going on the For You page or the Explore page, which is really interesting because it's kind of changed social media in the sense that it's not about followers anymore. It's all about the content itself. Yeah. The content has to be good. The content has to be good. So in theory, you could have no followers, post an amazing video and it goes super viral, and all of a sudden you've got millions of views.
Yeah.
And you've monetized TikTok straight away, which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
And the thing with it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. And Instagram and YouTube looked at that and went, it's working. We're going to do the same. So now what happens is you post a piece of content, it goes to a sample size of, say, 200 people. If it does well with that amount of people, it goes to another 200 people. And then it just keeps growing and growing and growing.
Right, okay,
and that grows through, like you said, and you're completely right what you say. Likes, comments, engagements, shares, people sending it to the mate, people passing it around in the DMs.
Because I sometimes can't see now on Instagram, you know, like the way you used to get like the heart, you used to be able to see like on someone's post, you'd be able to see like 200, but you just see likes, you just see this is liked by, don't you, and then maybe a couple of names. So it kind 100%. Of even removes that like, oh, I've only got 50, you would never know now. With some accounts it is, but some accounts you still can see it.
It's mad, like, I mean, there's definitely things you can do. And because I think because of this, what's happened is a lot of people just put like really random content out to get views.
Yeah.
So like in theory, if I went outside and took my top off and started running down the road, that's going to get a lot of views. But it's kind of no value to anyone. It's pointless. So getting views is actually fairly easy. But it's how do we get the right views with the right people? And I say to clients all the time, I can give you a content calendar, but it's no value to you. What you need to dial in is either a client avatar and dial in your messaging. And that's why I gravitated towards you when we first met, because I was like, she gets it.
But it's hard because I think people want that immediate, like, oh my God, like 100 people. But if your target audience, if the people actually you want to buy from you or engage with you as a business you're not going to get those numbers. But as long as you're always talking to people, people have to understand what you do and what your messaging is and who the people you want to engage with are. First of all, just doing stupid content, which we've all done because we think that the likes it gives us gratification, but actually it doesn't build it into any paying customers.
I'm gonna argue with you about something here.
Go on.
So last week on Instagram, for anyone watching this, you're not a content creator. But I would contest that with the knowledge that you're bringing to this podcast and this conversation, and it's clear that you know what you're talking about. I would argue that by default, doing what we do, we are content creators. It's even if we're not prolifically creating something.
Yeah. I kind of think I hold myself to the people who have it as a job. Like, that's...
I think there's definitely this thing of, right, if you're a YouTuber, if you post videos on YouTube, you're a YouTuber and you're the next Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
That's probably not the case. You're probably not going to be the next Mr. Beast. Let's be honest.
I think my son would want me to be the next, like, Mrs. Beast or something, because he just loves everything about YouTube. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. But yeah, and this is where I think with my socials, and I don't know how you feel about it, but sometimes it is a struggle, to think of content to put out there, because you are portraying your business. Yeah. You want to be perceived as professional, fun. There's fun, educational, informative. Do you know what I mean? It's trying to get it all in and but make it. Want to do it, you want to have something that you want to actually put out there as well.
And I think most people start out, and I totally hear what you're saying, but we start out doing a business. It could be any business. And by default, you want to do that business. So you might be a coach and you just want to coach people, or you might be into sales, you just want to help people with sales, or you might be a marketer and you just want to market. If you might be a dentist, I just want to help people, I just want to be in the room, help people with the teeth. But by default, we become like the sales guy, the marketing guy, and we have to put all these different hats on, and it's tough because we haven't got enough hours in a day. And I always say there's two sides to business. Is very complicated and it's very stressful, but at the same time there's two sides to it, and it can be very simple. There's up to the sale and then after the sale. So before the sale, there's the sale, the marketing, the relationship building, the conversations, the getting to know people, going to events, all that stuff that leads to the sale, the ads, the management, all that. And then after the sale, you've got to deliver the service. And when you start out, you probably can't afford to take someone on.
Yeah.
And you're doing everything.
Yeah.
You're going to the events, you're building the relationships, you're running the ads, you're making the content, you're doing the sales calls, you're running the ads, and then you're delivering the service as well.
Yeah. It's tough.
And that is time consuming and tough. Yeah. And by default, we're not content creators. Most people aren't content creators, but all of a sudden, like, I've got to get on video and do.
But you have to be,
yeah. And you got it, and you got it,
pull it out the bag
and it's almost
somewhere.
like you've just got to kind of. It's like the barrier to entry, almost.
Yeah.
It's like in this day and age, if you're not doing it, someone else will come and eat your dinner.
Yeah. Well, you said that when you said that at Carmel's business booster, because I'd been really lax with my social media because it just. You know what I mean? When you said, like, if you ain't doing it, someone else is going to be doing it, your clients are going to see their content, how do people know you're there? And I know that, but sometimes you just need to hear it because, I'm at this event in Liverpool meeting other business owners. If anyone looked at my Instagram profile there and then, I hadn't put anything out there.
Yeah.
And people, and LinkedIn, don't even get me, started with LinkedIn. That's another one. But since then, I've been really consistent with it. Plus, I'm running my own ads for my business. Yeah. So I know that I don't want to be, at the quality of what I'm delivering in ads if people go to my social media, which when I look at all the data, I can see how many people are going look every day. I can see how many account profile views I'm getting.
Well, it's really interesting what you say as well about not so polished content. So I call this medium edits. Okay. And what I mean by medium edits is in COVID, people were doing like talking head stuff. So it was like talking to the camera, basic edits, like hardly any video editing. It was literally just speaking to the camera, posting it. And it was doing really well. Them videos done really, really well. And then it kind of got flooded with that. And then these like really fancy high-end video edits came in. That I was doing. Yeah. I was doing these high-end video edits. Because that's what we done. And it was almost like you had to, it was almost like nerve inducing watching it because it was just so flashy and stuff. These graphics on the screen and everything. Well, and I think it's somewhere in between now. It's like taking something like a podcast clip, like I might clip out from this. Yeah. And then making it, it's very basic, just me and you talking. But then we just add some like nice B-roll to it. Yeah. But it's not like overly produced, but it's not like just talking to the screen.
Yeah,
and
I think
posting it.
I think you're right. I think
I call them medium edits.
Yeah,
because it's a bit like in between.
Yeah, it's not like high efforts, is it?
Yeah.
But
So it's kind of like how can I get the most content out possible with the least effort? And usually it's if I finish this podcast now and we take a picture together and we post it, that's a bit of content.
Yeah.
Right? It's a bit of social proof.
Yeah.
I might clip out a little 30-second clip from this podcast with a soundbite that it might engage people to watch the full podcast.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's quite low effort, but in the context of what we've done, it's not. We haven't just randomly done this.
Yeah.
This has been organised for weeks now.
Yes, yeah.
You know
there's
what I mean?
a lot of work that goes on behind
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So I've got like a little schedule now where I do like a social proof post, an actual value post, like
okay, so you like
and then we do like
out.
a graphic, so
Yeah.
like I plan it out a little bit. So when we start rolling out the YouTube and all that kind of stuff, there is kind of like a method to the madness almost.
Yeah. But you have to, don't you? You have to have a
Well,
plan
there's a certain
strategy.
point, like there's a certain point that you can get to where you can randomly just post.
Yeah.
Like I can just whip out my phone now and be like, do you know what? I'm on with Susan today and we've just done an amazing podcast and given a bit of insight. Amazing. There's only so much you can do with that.
Yeah.
And you will get to a point where that runs out.
Yeah.
And this is where people, I believe, really just run out of content ideas. And like, what do I post today? What to post? And usually if you've got your messaging so dialed into your ideal client, you know what events organisers are struggling with.
Yeah.
What their pain points are, what their knowledge gaps are. So for me, a knowledge gap might be, did you know that if you do 21 podcasts, then you're in the top 1% of podcasters in the world?
Is that really what it is?
Yeah. So most people fall off before 20
okay.
episodes. So technically you can get into the top 1% by doing 21 podcasts.
Okay.
Now, that to me is like a mind-blowing stat.
Yeah.
So I told someone that, they're like, fuck, I could get in the top 1%.
I know, because you just think there's loads of podcasts and
there's
everyone's
there's 20 million podcasts.
Yeah.
It's somewhere between 20 and 25 million podcasts. And if you look at that as like a number, you go, wow, that's amazing. But most of them fall off.
Right.
Most of them just, and it's that thing that you said, it's like that delayed gratification. It's like, this podcast might not get any views for months and months and months and months. And then all of a sudden, it just goes up. Now, Chris Williamson, who's one of the biggest podcasts in the world, I love his podcast. He done 4 years with getting basically 0 views. 4 years. 4 years.
Just putting it out.
And he was just putting it out and putting it out and putting it out and putting it out. And everyone was just getting a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And he was just trying to constantly improve it. And all of a sudden, he's got the biggest podcast in the world, millionaire. You know what I mean?
Madness, isn't it?
Mad. And that's the key, isn't it? It's like you see the peak of the mountain, but you don't see all the graft underneath it. And same with, like, you might see like 20,000 people in a stadium and events, but you don't see the grafting. Like
absolute
you're
graft.
sitting on ads manager till all hours of the night and, you know, figuring out like what's working and what's not and what content's hitting. They don't see all that.
No. And I'm a very small piece in the puzzle of the events, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What goes on behind the scenes for a festival or an event is massive. The stress levels, and it's just a very small piece, but you know.
I find it absolutely fascinating that, because, and I might speak to you about this, because in 2026, I want to run some events, to be fair.
Oh dear.
Yeah, like Carmel style.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So tell me, how did you come into contact with Carmel?
With Carmel, I went to a leading ladies in Liverpool. Networking. Networking's never worked for me, mainly because my clients aren't local. Well, I'm not saying they never could be, but they weren't the kind of demographic that went to leading ladies. But then I sat next to Carmel one day at one of these events, and we just started talking. I told her what I did. She told me what she did. And you just hit it off with some people, don't you? 100%. Regardless of what they do, just their personality.
Yeah.
And she said she was going to run an event, and could I help her plan it out? And I said, yeah, of course. That event didn't actually go ahead because I think she was 6 weeks out. It was a bit of a delayed. I think she then put every effort into the March one, which I went to, the beginning of the year. And we met up for lunch before that. We just really got on. And I just really believed in what she was doing because it was just a very different event.
Yeah.
The speaker, the style, the layout of the event
Lovely.
was the panel. She invited me on the panel. I did a bit of social media ads, discussion on the panel, but the people she had talking, like listening to you and the guy who's the builder, it's just the lady who runs, Lush. I just find that it's short, it's 9 till 1, it's not taking up a whole day, it's interesting, you learn something, you take something away, you meet some good people, you want to go to the next one.
I was a bit gutted actually because the first one she done, I couldn't get to. And if I'm honest, and I told her this, I thought it was women's only.
Yeah.
But it actually wasn't, so I was mistaken. And but I did know a few of the people that went, and I'd never met her at this point. And I was like, how can I give value to Carmel before I even met her? So what I'd done was I contacted a few people that were at the event, and I said, do us a favour, just do a little video, just bigging up the events and giving some nice feedback. What I'd done was I got them to send me the videos, and then I edited the videos and sent them over to Carmel. She didn't even know, and I was like, it'd just be a nice little touch to like introduce me to her, and then
oh, that's
give her a
nice,
bit of value
isn't
up
it?
front.
Yeah, I bet she really appreciates it.
Yeah. So anyway, she did appreciate it, and then I was like, come on the podcast, and this was when we were in the old content room, and at this point it's still not really met her. So she comes in, we've done the podcast, and we've done like an hour and 20 minutes covering all sorts of things, and she was awesome.
Yeah,
like she was boss. And then I was like, she was like, would you fancy coming on? This was like back in February, March time.
Okay.
And then I was like, if there's anything I can do for you, obviously, like, just let us know. She was like, come on the panel, but it's not till October. And then obviously that's when I met you.
Yeah.
But that just shows the ripple effect of relationship building.
And you
wouldn't be sitting on that seat if I didn't send them videos.
But you underestimate it. Yeah. Like, I think I underestimate networking. And
like giving value up front like that.
It is.
It's the same with content, right?
Yeah.
It's like, give the value up front.
Yeah.
Don't gatekeep anything.
Yeah.
Build a trust, build a relationship.
That's what it...
No one's going to steal your stuff.
No. Well, it depends how open you are. I sometimes, when I want to work with someone, I have done it before. I've looked at their ads and I've reviewed them, done a little video, and I've just sent it over to them. Do you know what I mean? I've gone, listen, I feel like your ads are good. I don't know what you convert. I don't know any data, but here's I just found people need value.
Yeah.
They don't.
Well, money follows value, not the other way around.
They don't want you to just go, hi, I'm such a body. I do this and I do that and I can help you do this. They almost want something. If someone sent me a video of say you've done that for me for Carmel's event, you just be like, wow. What an introduction! What a memorable way, of adding value and introducing.
The metaphor I always use is: have you ever walked into a supermarket and there's like a car insurance salesman outside, or like trying to sell you like octopus energy or whatever, and you run up to you and be like, "Have you got house insurance with this or that?" And you're like, "Just leave it, mate. Like, I'm not interested." And you might get 100 people who stop. You can do that. That's like straight up sales. And in that sense, they think that value follows money in the sense that you pay me and I'll give you the value.
Yeah.
But I think it's flipped now where it's the other way around. You need to build a trust first. So money follows value. Give the value up front. Be as open as possible. Yeah. Now, same thing, like I give away pretty much everything in terms of like, I just tell people.
Yeah.
So at that event, for example, I just tell people that people pay me for that stuff. But I know that builds so much trust with people that down the line, if they do need my help, they'll come to me. Yeah. And you've just got to kind of like trust that process. And the thing that I always think about to myself is no one's going to copy my thought process because I'm the only person who's got that thought process. So no one can make a video like me, even if it's like similar.
Yeah, no.
Even if it's similar, it's copied. Now, that's not to say that I don't look at other people's videos and go, wow, I'm going to recreate that, but in my own style.
Yeah.
So it's like, steal like an artist. That's what people say, isn't it? There's actually a book, I'll send you that. It's like, yes, copy.
Yeah.
Copy what's successful. There's nothing new under the sun. But don't plagiarize it, just copy.
Yeah.
Like, copy it in your own style.
Yeah, in your own style, yeah.
There's loads of people who I get inspired by that I sort of take content inspiration from.
Yeah. But I think I've also come across a lot of people who who think that you are, stealing their ideas. And I've worked for agencies in the past where they've looked at my social media and they've gone,
that looks extremely like mine.
why are you saying that? And I'm going, you've not invented the wheel here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've not invented the 2-for-1 ticket. And that's because that was what my post was about. And it's like, oh, are you stealing our strategies? And I was like, well, I get where you're coming from, but you're
There's nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new here. It's me, but it's me saying it, not you. And I wonder if they just felt very threatened by it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've ever I run ads because I started running ads about 15 months ago, and they were extremely, like, I think I spent £1,000. I think I got, and I ran it to event organisers. I did like a mixed audience of like LinkedIn lookalike audiences. I just did loads of testing with my own stuff because it's my own stuff, so I can just go a bit. Yeah. And I think I got, how many calls did I book with event organisers? I had about £1,000. I think I got about 50 calls booked. But mine is a lead magnet, so
and what's the value of that call if they converse?
I had like 500% like return. It was probably last October. It was about 12 months ago. But
so in real term, that's for every £1,000 you spend, you're getting £5,000 back. Unreal. Where are you going to get a return like that?
But
that's a shout out, by the way.
But I was even amazed myself, and I couldn't even handle the workload because I basically, you signed up to I did a video in my office myself on my phone saying sign up to my email list and you can watch a video. And I'd done like a video analysing real-time event ads, going through them for events that we're currently running and telling people what I thought of them, how they could maybe use this style of content and things that they must be making sure they're using in their ads to make their ads better and perform better. They must be tracking data. It was like a 10-15 minute video. It had so many views. I think I grew my email list by about 500. And I got it was about 50 calls, and I was struggling, to be honest. I was like jumping call to call. Some of them were people who I couldn't help. But I would sit on a call and I'd sit there for half an hour and I'd look at their ad account and I'd look to advise them and I'd say, I can't work with you, but I'll give you my best opinion.
I said that to people, like, the worst thing that's going to happen is you sit on a call and I'll point you in the right direction. Yeah. Yeah. Like, even if we can't work together, I'll point you in the right direction.
I love it. I had a call yesterday, this guy from...
He's built so much trust, that as well.
You do? He's like Essex. He's got this heavy house night in like 3 weeks' time. And he's showing me, I'm going, just show me your ad account, show me, let's have a quick look. And I went through, try that, change that, stop that. And he's like, how can I pay you by the hour? I went, no, I don't want to be paid by the hour, but I'll sit on this call and I'll give you my best opinion now. And he's like, well, I'm thinking of running events next year. And if he goes away and speaks to another event organiser.
Value up front.
Yeah, and tells him about me. And he's like, you've been invaluable. It's been priceless.
So for that hour that you've probably spent with him, that hour that's cost you just your time. Yeah. Could possibly make you thousands and thousands of pounds.
Well, yeah, you just never know. Plus, then I do.
And help him make thousands and thousands of pounds.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
So it's a win-win, right?
Yeah. I hope so. And I think a lot of...
I could talk about this to you all day.
I love... My ads work really well for me, and I have a lot of people say to me, and it's about keeping it dead simple.
So before we round this off, if there's someone like me with a small business, growing a team, or someone's starting a side hustle, or someone's already established and you want to sell more of the stuff, what's like some just like really basic tips you could give around ad management?
Ads management.
Or just running ads generally?
I think offering value is a key point. I don't think if you've got a small business and you're not offering value, like a lead, if you wanted to generate leads for your business, let's say that, for example, you have to offer someone something to show them what you do and what you can do. And then encourage them to invite to book a meeting so I think your social proof is great. You have to be on social media. You have to be organic. organic social media has to tell people who you are, what you do, and you have to build that social proof. If you're going to do ads, you keep it very simple. If you're doing an offer, it's very, very simple. You don't have to spend a fortune. You have to test, you have to try, and whatever you're offering, it's just got to be the most simplest thing. It's not to confuse anyone, because as soon as people are confused, they just go, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm signing up for, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, yours might be, say for example, if yours might be struggling with content, a lead magnet for content, this is how I help people. Content strategy for free. Sign up. You've got their email address.
I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. If someone's watching this and thinking about running events, or maybe going into 2026 and want to expand their business with ads, where's the best place they can find you?
You can go to my website, www.sosocially.co.uk, or there's my So Socially Instagram is the best place to find me.
I'm going to tag all them links around this video. I honestly could speak to you all day about this, and I feel like there's probably going to be a part 2 on the way with this, because we probably haven't even scratched the surface of most of the stuff we can talk about.
Nothing. Yeah, it can go so deep. But yeah, you need loads more time.
Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thanks for inviting me.
No, really appreciate it. It's pleasure's all mine. I am going to be putting this video out over the next couple of weeks. All the content's going to be going out. I've got a ton of value from that. I've learned so much. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. Thank you.
We are done. Appreciate it. Just on time.